I don't know who's paying Rudy Giuliani's fees. And if he is not being paid by the president to conduct this domestic political errand for which he has devoted so much time, if other clients are paying and subsidizing his work in that respect, it raises profound questions, questions that we can't answer at this point. But there are some answers that we do know. As he has acknowledged, he's not there doing foreign policy. So when counsel for the president says this is a policy dispute, you can't impeach a president over policy, what Rudy Giuliani was engaged in by his own admission has nothing to do with policy. It has nothing to do with policy. And let me mention one other thing about this scheme that Giuliani was orchestrating and the consequence of the argument that they would make that its quid pro quos are just fine. Let's say Rudy Giuliani does another errand for the president, this time an errand in China. And he says to the Chinese, we will give you a favorable deal with respect to Chinese farmers as opposed to American farmers. We will betray the American farmer in the trade deal, but here's what we want. The quid pro quo is we want you to do an investigation of the Bidens. You know the one the president's been calling for. They would say that's okay. They would say that's a quid pro quo to help his reelection. He can betray the American farmer. That's okay. That's their argument. Where does that argument lead us? That's exactly the kind of domestic, corrupt political errand that Rudy Giuliani was doing gratis, without payment, at least not payment apparently from the president. So who's paying the freight for it? Well, I don't know who's directly paying the freight for it, but I can tell you the whole country is paying the freight for it.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.